The year 2020 is just an awesome year for me. Hello guys and welcome back to Dylan's Still Hobbies. And oh my god, not only did we have The Mandalorian at the end of 2019, but we're going to be getting that soon. We also got Star Wars The Clone Wars coming out. And here I find out that we have Darth Vader 2020. Oh my god, I cannot wait to get into this. With that said, thank you to Star Wars Theory. The only reason why I know about this comic book is because Star Wars Theory did a video on it, and as soon as I found out about it, I watched this video, then went somewhere else where I could finally read it, and oh my god, my mind was blown away by this comic book, and I really want to get into that and talk about it, but I also want to talk about my entire thoughts on not just Darth Vader comics, but the Marvel comics in general. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this. So the fact is, after Disney took over Star Wars, they also had Marvel. So they started producing Marvel comic books. And a lot of them are pretty good. Most of them are a little lackluster. I mean, I haven't seen anything bad, but I haven't seen anything that good either. There's only been certain comic books that have been amazing and have blown me away. Most of them, in fact, all of the ones that actually blew me away were the Darth Vader stuff, but that actually might be a little bit because I'm a huge Darth Vader fan. I absolutely love Darth Vader. He's my favorite character in all of Star Wars. The tragic story of Anakin Skywalker is absolutely amazing. That's why I love Star Wars so much. And the other comic books, I've read a couple of them. I've skimmed through some of them. Let me tell you, those who actually pick up and read every single inch of every single Marvel comic book, I salute you, because my god, the Star Wars stuff alone, there's a lot. But with that said, the comic books that I have read that I actually have liked ended up only being the Darth Vader comic books. Like, you know, they had one about Lando, and I read it, and I actually really liked it, but did it need to be told? No. Then again, that's the good thing about the comic books, and it's really funny. You know, you have the movies, and then you got the video games. You get a little snippet from the video games, you'll get a little snippet over here from the novels, and then they all connect into the movies. But what are the comic books? Comic books seems to be just the stories they want to tell you that have no real impact on the overall Star Wars storyline. I mean, you might as well just put in Luke Skywalker got a drink from the bar and sat down and fell asleep while Han Solo went to the bathroom. I mean, you might as well do that, because that's what most of these stories end up being, especially because they kept a focus on so tight of an area, either before episode 4 or right around just before episode 5. That's a really tight area. That's over the course of maybe 2 years. Very tight. Now, of course, they do have a couple more that were actually interesting and spread out. Like, there's some on just random rebel pilots and resistance pilots and stuff like that. They have a Poe Dameron comic book that I actually started to read, but after episode 8, I stopped because, well, I lost a bunch of interest in all of the comic books. I actually started reading the Mace Windu comic book, and man, I thought that was going to be an awesome adventure series, and it just bored me. It wasn't what I was looking for. A lot of the comic books aren't what I'm looking for. The ones that are, though, were definitely the Darth Vader ones. I wonder why. It's my favorite character. So, the ones that I really liked was that first one that came out. Darth Vader was actually, like, defeating a rebel base, and he ends up bumping into this kid with a lightsaber. And of course it's Luke. And he doesn't know that Luke's his son when he's about to kill him, and then realizes that the lightsaber was his. What's Obi-Wan doing giving this lightsaber to some random kid? AKA your kid, your son. Of course he doesn't know that, so I just find that whole dynamic sort of interesting. And then we got into, like, Darth Vader down. That was really fascinating. It ended up all coming down to actually Leia and Darth Vader was on the hunt for Luke Skywalker, and it all came down to Leia face to face with him again, and I just found that kind of stuff fascinating. It was just a fun ride. And then they also had another comic series on Darth Vader, and it was all about Darth Vader after episode 3, how he built his lightsaber. He went after a Jedi and stole a kyber crystal, made it bleed, and built his true lightsaber. I found that stuff fascinating. I loved it. But then they had him go after a librarian. And I wanted to see Darth Vader hunt down the Jedi. Not a librarian. And then that stuff on Mon Calamari, they had this big, huge Mon Calamari arc that spread throughout most of the comics. Again, I just didn't find it fascinating. I lost interest in it. Now, the stuff about Darth Momin, on the other end, even there were also some strange comics. Like, there was actually a girl who saw Darth Vader as the biggest hero on Earth and wanted to marry him. Oh my god. I find that stuff fascinating, though. Seeing his own turmoil, seeing what the Empire's rule, the other people think of him, seeing what the rebels think of him, and more important, seeing what the Empire inside think of him. They think of him as a hero. It's just really fascinating. Really builds out the character of Darth Vader, and I find this stuff fun. That's why I end up liking the Darth Vader comic books a lot. But a lot with all the Marvel comic books in general, they're just a hit or miss with me. In fact, I originally liked the Darth Vader one where he met Dr. Aphra and went on that whole crazy arc of going behind Palpatine's back until he found out that there were other replacements for him and he defeated them all. That stuff I find fascinating. I want more of that stuff, you know? I really like stories that actually tell not only what Darth Vader is thinking of, but explain how they look upon Darth Vader. And it's just really fun. And then, of course, that made me want to read the Dr. Aphra book, and I started to, but she then started acting a little crazy. They started going into weird writing for her, and then I stopped reading it after that, and it's only gone downhill since for me with Dr. Aphra. I'm not really a Dr. Aphra fan because of that, but that's just me. One about Darth Vader's castle, and that they had like these weird and funny stories about like Count Dooku was a vampire in one of them, and the ghost actually ended up dealing with an actual ghost on the ghost ship in Star Wars Rebels. I loved that kind of stuff, and it was only because they feared Darth Vader so much. And to keep themselves talking, keep themselves out of fear of danger, they just decided to tell ghost stories around each other, and that was the whole Tales of Darth Vader's Castle, and I just found that thing fun. It was a fun little horror-like flick in Star Wars. It was cool. Didn't have a lot of Darth Vader in that though, which was unfortunate. But oh my god, they had the Tusken Raider one, where they look at Darth Vader as a darn god, and if he comes to you and kills you and survives, then it's because you apparently did something wrong to make him mad. So they praised Darth Vader as a god. And the stuff with, of course, Obi-Wan and Anakin. You know, there were comic books about Obi-Wan, and I really wished that those would be series. I hope in the Obi-Wan show that we are soon to get next year, hopefully, are about Anakin and Obi-Wan. I mean, of course it's going to be Obi-Wan, but I hope we get flashbacks in that series about Obi-Wan training little kid Anakin. I wish we got a series or a movie or something about kid Anakin growing up with Obi-Wan, because I find the kid Anakin stuff really interesting too. So let me tell you what happens in this comic book, in this issue of this comic book. So Darth Vader actually is looking for Luke Skywalker. It's actually taking place after Episode 5. We're finally getting into the timeline after Episode 5. That's really cool. And Darth Vader wants to find Luke Skywalker. And he remembers Luke Skywalker falling from that big pit in Cloud City. And we know he survived, and Darth Vader knows he survived. But my god, when he did that, it's like basically saying, I'd rather commit suicide than actually work with my evil dad. So that's why he jumped in that scene. And Darth Vader thinks about that moment and thinks how strong his commitment is, but how weak he is because he doesn't know about the dark side. I find that stuff from Darth Vader's mind fascinating. And then we actually have Darth Vader going to the Lone's homestead on Tatooine, looking for clues to where Luke Skywalker could be. And he has this little droid. He always ends up with a little flying droid. That's interesting. And this little flying droid starts telling the story of Luke Skywalker and this lady named Shmi Skywalker, you know, Anakin's mother, and the boy of Anakin, and it's just really fascinating to see this all play out. While this is happening, Darth Vader gets flashbacks. He sees that time that he left Tatooine and joined the Jedi, the last time he saw his mother, and then he sees the next time when he was telling Padme about how he hates the Tusken Raiders, and then it goes into how Padme begged him to escape with her and raise their children together. That was in episode 3, of course. Oh my god, I love this stuff, just absolutely. And then not only do we get that, but then he actually goes to Coruscant in Padme's old place and tells the droid that she was the mother. Oh my god, that stuff was just fascinating to watch. What was really interesting is when we get another sort of vision of Luke Skywalker falling. And when he falls, Darth Vader sees his mother and Padme fall as well. This guy has just lost everything. I want more of this. And this comic book was amazing. This issue was impressive. I liked the art. You know, a lot of the comic books, the art has been hit and miss with me as well. I really liked the art in this one, and I just can't wait for more. Let me know if you guys got a chance to see this issue. Thank you guys for watching, and I am out.